It's such an honor and a pleasure to welcome my brother, my friend, a fellow leader, fellow author, Professor Bonang Mohale. Leadership, you are here. I feel so blessed that you could come and you've been here the whole afternoon.
I wouldn't miss it for anything, my dear brother.
Wow. How are you finding the energy?
First of all, it's always amazing to be in the presence of dignified greatness.
Thank you, sir.
From the black pool of excellence.
Yes.
But even more importantly, to be surrounded by young minds.
Yes.
Not tomorrow's leaders.
Yes.
But today's leaders.
Yes.
Incisive.
Yes.
Curious.
Yes.
Engaging.
Yes.
Energizing.
Yes.
Building, creating, rather than tearing down and destroy. They've got solutions.
Wow.
Yeah, we think about the problems.
Yes.
They say not on our watch, not in our name.
Why are some leaders battling to hear these amazing minds?
Because I suppose when the intent is to loot, then your ears become blocked.
Yes.
When you have forgotten that we didn't do this for ourselves,
yes,
but for our children.
Yes.
When you forget that people died so that we can vote, you then say, I didn't go to the struggle to be poor. I think you are missing the mark.
Yes.
I think the question we need to ponder is if wealth is a logical outcome of both hard work and enterprise. Every woman in Africa should be a dollar billionaire.
Who toils daily under the hot sun.
Exactly.
Huh? You know, I got asked a lot by people to say, you're not honoring June 16. Why are you focusing on the future? And I thought that question was misplaced, because honoring the past is not in contradiction with focusing on where we need to go.
Just like in the river, the water that you touch is the last of what has passed, but the first of what is yet to come. That's why nobody can swim in the same river twice. Therefore, the past has shaped us so that we can better inform the future.
Yes.
It is a duty that we must finish our own struggle.
Yes.
So that our children must pick up their own wars.
Yes.
But if they still complete our wars, then it means you and I have not succeeded.
You've spent time in a masterclass with these amazing young leaders. What are some of the things you've shared with them?
So first, they recognize that because we are in a place of learning, that when one steadily burns the midnight oil, one gains access to the domain of knowledge and wisdom, the world of meaning, the world that cannot be conquered without a persistent crusade. Two, they recognize that politicians hate educated people because educated people are impossible to fool. Three, they are saying education is the shortest way in which one can transcend social classes. However, our sisters, nieces and nephews have masters, are sitting at home unemployed, swelling the ranks of the unemployed. And my response to them is, we have 26 public universities, 1.2 million students. It will cost 50 billion to educate all of them on a fee-free basis. But historical debt is still sitting at 16.5 billion, 9.2 billion of which is irrecoverable. Imagine if we spoke to companies, and I'm excluding the 2.5 million small and medium enterprises because they are trying to survive. I'm talking about the 1.5 million that have a turnover of 300 million and above. They are called mid-sized companies. And then I look at the 400 companies that are listed on the Johannesburg Securities Exchange on the main board and the Alt X. And I look at the 60 companies that hold securities in the 80 private equity firms that span across 40 jurisdictions. And I say every single solitary one of them, 98% of them at least, has some sort of a corporate social investment. All of them have 4 focus areas. Of the 4, one of them has to do with education.
Yes.
Therefore, we don't even ask these companies to pledge new money or make more profits.
Yes.
Simply redirect from your CSI on education to historical debt. If we did that, and each company pledged, donated, paid up no less than 1 million rand, and then we ask government to match it rand for rand, we have wiped off the entire historical debt in just 1 year.
So that we can move forward.
So that we don't have to look back 29 years into democracy. How does it manifest? Now, these young leaders are having mental health issues.
Yes.
They are suffering from food insecurity and period poverty.
People like me and you remain passionately optimistic about this country with all its problems and challenges. Why are we not joining the ranks of the despondent?
Because it's not in our nature. Because we know that it is easy to lose hope because leaders are dealers in hope.
Yes.
Our job is to lift as we rise, rather than cry with your people.
Yes.
Even in the wake of what we are facing, this too will pass. Because, you know, the Bible is an amazing book. It says it takes about 40 years to change concepts, thoughts, and people who have no hope for them to die so that the new can emerge. That's why the Israelites, a distance of less than 400 kilometers, it took them 40 years. Because the good Lord wanted to make sure that the people with negative ideas, the people who don't believe that the Lord is king, they must die so that the young can emerge. Hence Moses and Joshua. And that's why today, when you look at even transformation, the countries that have lifted themselves up by their bootstraps, on average takes 20 years. Rwanda, 27th of April, 1994, when we were queuing, 800 Tutsis were massacred by Hutus. At the end of that month, 1 million people were killed. But in 20 years, you go to the capital, Kigali, you've got free Wi-Fi on buses. Young ladies with their Maltese poodle wearing bum shorts at 23:30 go to an ATM to withdraw money, open their purse, put it in, and walk back home. You and I can't stop at Van Buren off-ramp, that engine garage, and park 10 meters from the ATM, and dash to take your money and dash back to your car because somebody is going to take it. Therefore, the crime, the lawlessness has become an epidemic because our leaders have chosen not to act.
The Bible talks about vision. We have many leaders who are driving just looking at the rear view mirror. They have no conception of the vision of where we need to go to. Tell me about the value of vision for where we need to go to.
Even the Bible, this is Revelation 30. It says where there is no vision, the people perish. Vision is important because that's the stuff of leadership. Leadership is about having some sort of a compelling vision. You must take your people to a place where they've not been to. And describe it in such a way that they can vividly see it. 2, you need courage. Ungabi gwala man. Umkhonto we gwala kwazi waphelele chain. Sola awulola. Thirdly,
we are going forward.
Thirdly, you also need integrity. This is the one that is less sexy. You have to love your people to lead them. Because if you are a leader of government, we need to say the best amongst us lead with a heart of a servant. You and I as individuals, we say, you know, we can only be ourselves when we look at another human being, because we are no more human than when we connect with other human beings.
Yes.
It says, if you are a business, you need to continue to do well by doing good.
Yes.
Because doing good is good for everyone.
Everybody. Yes.
Business cannot continue to be an island of prosperity in a sea of poverty.
Yes.
I mean, when you look at the richest square mile in the continent center, it's only 2 kilometers across the bridge from Alexander.
Yes.
An area of 6 square kilometers, 670,000 official residents. Unofficially, it's more than a million.
Numbers big.
But the economic power patterns have been set for generations to come.
Yes.
If you are born in Alexander, the chances are you are condemned to live in an informal settlement. If you are born white, the chances are you are destined for the leafy suburbs of Bryanston, because a poor mother begets poor children. You and I need to break that cycle. And to break that cycle, it needs to look different for us to break the cycle. And you break the cycle by retaining the core and stimulating progress.